right, good morning, everyone. Welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order, and we're going to go ahead and do roll call. Joelle Gibson.
Here.
Oh, perfect. Christina Hudson here. Nicole Pa.
Here.
Nick Pastiglione.
Nick is online.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Paula Shively. I don't think she's here today.
She's excused.
Gary Skibba. And Adrian Webb. All right. All right. Well, thank you all. Hopefully everyone had the opportunity to review the agenda. And could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll motion to approve.
All right. Any second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All right. Motion passes. Next, we're going to go ahead and look at the minutes. Hopefully the commission members had an opportunity to review the minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from June 18th, 2025?
I'll motion to approve.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Did I forget to do that for the agenda? I think I did. I'm tired. All right. Anyway, motion minutes are passed or approved. All right. Liaison reports.
I guess I can go first.
We're sharing.
First, I didn't realize either. Good morning. We are in the throes of summer. Last weekend and this weekend are some of our biggest weekends with people coming into town, and it is it's a stress on city staff, but we're doing it. But we're doing it silently behind the scenes, but it's an uphill battle. We had Cascade Soccer Tournament, which was at Jeannie Hansen in Community Park, and they're going to be back again this weekend as well. Last week was 130 teams.
Oh.
Yeah. And this week is about 70 teams. So it creates a lot of parking issues, a lot of park user issues. But we are working with the groups, and we're doing our best to ensure they have a successful tournament, but that our infrastructure supports it well, and also that people that are coming into the community that aren't part of the soccer tournament can enjoy the splash pad and find parking, all the things. Thomas was in town. He will be here. Thomas will be here for the next 3 weeks, so 3 weeks total. Thomas is one of those events that helps some businesses. Other businesses don't see a lot of traffic from Thomas, but it does bring a lot of people into town. It brings a lot of awareness of our community. So, it is a welcomed event. We also, there, Sit Fest, which is a special event permit user, they were in town last week, Saturday night. This week, so Thomas, the soccer, and then we've got the Sturdy Dirty, which is a women's biking event up at Snoqualmie Point Park. It's a great event, very self-serve. We just have to get the park ready for them, help them maintain with garbages. It's pretty well self-contained. They kind of just stay up there and don't meander down, but it's a good event, and they like our park, and they're respectful park users, so it's great. I do movies and music in the park. We had music last week. We had 352 people come out to the park, which was our biggest night yet. I had a Seattle cover band, Petty Thief, come in. It was a great night. Tomorrow night we're doing Frozen at Jeannie Hansen. I think that will be a big night for the littles with that movie, and then we'll have another movie and another music. Trying to think what else. Red, White, and Boom. We're kind of going backwards a little bit. That was in town. Good, successful event. Couple of things that go on behind the scenes that we're working through, but overall, really good event. It's spearheaded by the Church on the Ridge. We support it as a city in kind with staffing and the infrastructure. I haven't gotten the total final numbers yet, but I'm thinking it's probably in the 8,000, maybe pushing 10,000 people attend. A lot of cities aren't doing fireworks shows anymore, so I think we're a draw for area cities to come here. Downtown was kind of quiet during the day. It's difficult. It's a holiday, so a lot of small businesses want to take the day off. But the Ridge, I don't know, Adrian, if you guys were open, but it's pretty and I don't mean to call you out, so I don't know how the businesses on Center fared, if they were
For the fireworks?
for the 4th of July?
So that was the first fourth that we were open. It was busy. We didn't stay open late, like wait till after the fireworks were done, but next year it's on a Saturday, so we'll be open for the fourth again.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously there was a ton of people at the food trucks as well, I'm sure. But we ended up getting enough traffic to definitely be worthwhile to be open for sure, so.
Had a few people tell me that it took them an hour and a half to get from the park out to the street to get onto the freeway. And so the comment was made, wow, if the restaurants on Center were open, a lot of us could just sit there and
We
drink
thought-
our sorrows away until we can hit the
That's the
freeway.
whole like idea of like for an hour you're totally dead, right? So then it's like, do you stay and keep everybody staffed up for an hour of dead, for an hour of maybe? It's just like that whole like
Yeah.
roll the dice and maybe people wait, or they just get in their car and want to. I don't know. Yeah, we struggle with that for sure. We were thinking. I mean, and maybe next year we try that. We'll see.
Yeah. Anywho, it's a good event. It brings a lot of people into our community that maybe haven't ever come to Snoqualmie before, so it's good. It's good for that. The splash pad is up and running, and ever since we opened it on June 6th, I don't think we've had too many really cold, crabby days. It's been pretty nice. We're working through, and if Mike wants to pop on, he can, but we're working through some drainage issues, which is why you see some of the fencing. And so we're working through the drainage issues. We're working through the levels of the water and how much it's pumping and how that's affecting everything. The two shade structures have been put in. So it is open, it's functioning, it's popular, it's great, but it's still a bit of a work in progress. We have a little finishing touches left to do. We're going to try to do those things on gray days if they happen, or like essentially we're not going to be shutting the park down to do the work that we need to do. We're just going to get through it. But it's been good. We have people coming from all over the area to that park. So I think that's
What's the plan for the park in the wintertime and the fall? I mean, I'm assuming the water is going to be turned off, but do you rope it off? Are people just going to walk through it, or what?
Mike, do you want to take that one? I don't know.
The nozzles all get removed and maintenance, the pumps will be removed, sent out to maintenance. Yes, the water's turned off. So the way that is designed, we throw some switches and all the rainfall goes into the stormwater system. So it's actually connected to both the sewer and the stormwater system. So, our intention is not to close it off or anything.
Okay.
It will be closed off at some point, probably in spring for some construction to address some issues we noticed. We're gonna try to get a picnic area in over there also, so just some improvements, but that'll be next spring after the winter.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we have staff. How many times a day are they flushing it, the system and checking it? Four or five times?
We're well past that.
Well past-
It only gets flushed one time, backwash once a week.
Okay.
We solved that problem.
Oh, okay.
But there are staff up there daily.
Daily.
Yeah.
Well,
checking.
my 2 and 5-year-old thank them because we are there multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's a
I-
huge hit.
It's a huge hit. And I think what we just try to do is let people know that it is. I had a friend come up and he's like, is it clean? Is it safe? I'm like, oh yeah, like for sure. So I think that's some of our messaging that we need to do.
3 different types of filtration on that pad, so it's clean.
Nice. Be interesting to see what you could do in the wintertime, because if it's just sitting there, maybe there's like some geocaching or like scavenger hunts or something that could help drive people still there into our small businesses
To the park.
during the
Yeah.
week. I know, some cool ideas to think about.
All right.
Okay. Well, let me give you a couple updates. First of all, your roundtable that was held here a few months ago, one of the issues that came up was about color palettes for historic downtown as the overlay. And this week, the council approved the new color palette, and it is amazing. It's gone from like about 16 colors to 130 or something like that. 63. Okay, well, okay. But that's a huge win, and that was partly due to the work of the Economic Development Commission. So thank you. Your work really does matter, and you were joined in by the Planning Commission and then went over to CD or Community Development Committee and on to the council on Monday night and unanimously approved. I want to invite up And Kelly, can you grab one of the mics up here? We're going to do a little presentation because what you do here matters. And when I joined in 2014, number 11 on our top 10 list was for Highway 18. And what happened was through this commission, we pushed to make sure that it was one of the top priorities. The city came along, got Pertide on board, and it was originally slated to be almost $1 billion for a flyover that would have been absolutely ugly. And so the city came up, thanks to the work again from the EDC and the council, um, to put in the divergent diamond, and it will be ready by the end of this summer. And there's going to be 8 days of closure though, so just bear with it because it's going to be so worth it, and make sure that you share that. But there were a couple other initiatives that came out of here, and I just want to make sure that Kelly's recognized because she has been a huge force in taking it to our 2.0 level. The first one was this notion that we need to help employers with getting employees. So we started hosting these annual job fairs, community job fairs, which was great up until 2020. And we made it through the closures for the businesses, and then businesses need to upstaff, but we couldn't hold a live in-person community job fair. So we did the next best thing. We created this silly website that I've been administering for the last 4 years. But what's crazy is we have 12,000 job seekers coming through it annually, and it's gotten to the point where it's broke. So we have to fix it, and the fix is coming this next week. So Andrew, there should be a couple slides, and we want to give you a preview, and then I'm going to have Kelly talk through. Kelly obtained a grant. Now, keep in mind, Snow Valley Jobs didn't cost a dime to our taxpayers or our businesses. So Kelly's got a whole new setup for us. It doesn't require a monkey like me having to update it every night. And employers that post will be able to manage their own posts, which is phenomenal. So we've got 2 different projects, and Kelly, I'll let you take it from here. And this is a combination I have to mention, preface this with, and that is the Snow Valley Innovation Center along with the Snow Valley Chamber of Commerce. And with that, the CEO of Snow Valley Chamber of Commerce, Kelly
Thank you.
Coughlin Gates.
So one of the things that, hello, everyone. Nice to see you guys. One of the greatest things is that just happened, and the reason why all of this is happening is the Snow Valley Innovation Center came underneath the Snow Valley Chamber. So we're working in concordance together with this. And Rob is saying that it's clunky, and it was not clunky. It just, we thought that we would be able to find workforce to come and help us on the figuring out when things change and stuff. And that did not happen. We found out very quickly that nobody wants to work. So we had to figure this out. And so one of the grants that we created or were able to receive that we created was it's all automated. It has not just automation, it also has a drip campaign that allows our workers, our employers to keep this at top of the mind. We've had so many successes with getting people to from this job board. It's very difficult, as you know, to find things through Indeed and LinkedIn and things like that. So we've actually had some very high-end jobs as well that have been filled because of this. So we're taking it to the next step. We'll be doing a lot more marketing on it. We'll be able to do a lot more special things on it. It's out of our website. And so if you want to change that,
I think, Andrew, if you could bump it ahead, maybe 1 or 2, 3.
Yep. And I forgot my glasses, so I have to wear my
Okay,
sunglasses.
so this is an eye chart, but it's just how things land on the pages. And this one goes back to the Snow Valley Innovation Center. And if, Andrew, if you can go to the next one, you can kind of see what it really looks like. Okay.
Yes.
This is the innovation website.
We still have our job boards, snowvalleyjobs.com, and it goes to it links directly to this, this page.
Right. So it's showing both
Yep.
screens.
Yep.
So if you're an employer and you find the innovation center, you can find the job board from it.
Yes.
And then on the job board, we've elevated things. So post a job, find a job is at the very top. But there's some other elements that are embedded in the job board. You want to tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, well, it's not just the job board. There's a whole bunch of different elements on it. So and of course, chamber. So chamber members are able to purchase, or if they're a chamber member, we highlight them because how else are we going to do this without having money? So we have that little part in it. People can purchase and have the job at the top if that is possible. And it's, what else do you want? I think
Yeah,
that's.
so we're going to prioritize those that are chamber members, they're paying dues in, they're helping to fund this activity. So they're going to be on the top. The others will be listed, they just won't have the super listing the other businesses have.
Yeah.
And of course, the city of Snoqualmie is one of the chamber members.
That's
and
right.
They get to be
That's right.
supersized.
And it just makes sense, the way that we set it up. We worked on this for months, trying to figure out what the best alternative was. And once it gets rolling, the categories of all of the jobs are a little bit different than what we had before. So I think we can change it very quickly. We also have the ability to keep a database of everyone that is, if they choose to, it does not automatic that they have to opt in. But we'll be able to do a couple other things with that. And it goes along with the actual Snow Valley Innovation Center, and it's the resources and different things that will be a very key part of this, the resources to help with the jobs and employers and employees. So we'll be able to do that as well.
I think the other thing too with the jobs board, if you're the hospital, or sorry, Snow Valley Health,
Yes.
and you have a job fair coming up, we'll have the ability to highlight
Yes.
that
Oh, that's great.
on this as well, knowing that there's a lot of people coming through this on a daily basis.
And it also, we have one other part to it, and that's seasonal. So the city will be able to use that as well, part of it. So there's quite a few different little plugins that we're going to be able to use. So our designer really thought through this with us, and Rob needs a lot of credit on this because he's the one that started this. We went for a long time trying to figure it out, and he's worked tirelessly. I mean, people have sent him, I mean, how many jobs did you post? Because he had to go back through and
Almost
pull 'em up.
800.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's been a lot because he manually had to put them all in. And so now that's not how it works anymore. It's all automated. He had his own job with this. It definitely was.
Committed.
Yeah. So, and then, as that goes, we're trying really hard to figure out more of this workforce. And AI is going to be a big part in this. So, we also have the ability to put through blogs as well on it. And we've got several people in the Valley that are HR professionals that would really like to be part of it. So I think it's going to be a really good win-win.
I think it's a really important tool because, if you're a business and you have 5 or fewer employees, you don't have a resource for HR. And this potentially does. And some of the larger employers, if you can help us out with Kelly's initiative there on blogs and things from your HR directors that can be shared, that will be
Mhm.
incredibly helpful.
We're
but-
also, it's also going to be, so our state keeps changing, as you know, all of the different laws. So we'll have it as a place where they can find the laws. And we actually have an intern right now working on that, trying to come up with all of the laws that are going to play into our businesses, that they'll be able to have a one-stop shop to be able to go look at it,
That was
Great.
really nice.
which is great, right, Adrienne?
For King counties too.
Hmm?
You're gonna cover King County too, Washington State?
Yep,
'Cause it's
we are.
different for unincorporated, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's very different.
Maybe I'll have to go visit it and see what you're doing. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
love it. That's
yeah.
good.
So we'll pause there if there's any questions from the commissioners on this part, and then we'll move on to the Snow Valley Innovation Center and what's going on between that and the chamber.
I have two questions.
Mhm.
How do local businesses get involved to participate in this? And then if you have ideas for blog posts that you would like, could you reach out?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have some really good, especially for health. I think there's some really good ones. And yes, we will be posting, we'll be doing a lot of marketing to all of our, we have close to, I think, 1,200 different businesses on our list that we'll be sending it all out. The only thing is, we will need people to share it because people are not looking at their emails. So we need to do that for sure. But we will get a marketing campaign in. We have already started visiting a lot of the businesses that are around, and our bigger companies have also, we've had some major conversations with them as well for them to know.
Exciting. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. I think it looks awesome. I run a job board too, but ours is different to where we're highlighting, like people can't post their own jobs. So, I mean, that's beautiful. Was this I'm just thinking like long-term, was it custom designed or is it a portal? Okay.
Total custom design.
So you're gonna have to budget for some kind of updates in the
Yeah,
next 3 to 5
yeah,
years. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we thought about doing it differently than that,
yeah.
but we needed so many different parts
Yeah.
of, there was no way to find any of the plugins to help us with it. So we
Yeah,
actually had
correct.
to custom, yeah.
Yeah, well done. Well done. That's exciting. You're talking about promotion and stuff. You probably already thought of it, but having its own social media channel
We
think
will
we should-
eventually,
posted and everything. Awesome.
definitely will.
And then you're talking about the categories, and you may have said this, so I apologize. Are they set categories that you've picked, or can a business owner, if they're new and doing something different that hasn't been done in the valley before, can they add it, or do they just?
Right now it's set, but we have the ability to fix it. We do have a miscellaneous one as well. But the majority of them are already, and that's from all of our information that we received
Yeah.
doing this for the past 4 years.
From your data guy?
That's right.
Has entered all these things. Well, amazing. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, so let's move on to the other one, and that's the Snow Valley Innovation Center. There's always been this desire from the cities of having a resource for those that want to start a business, locate a business here. How do you go about, first of all, if you're starting a business, that startup phase, what are the things that you need to consider? The next one is how do you, if you have a business and you're struggling with something, a resource for those folks, and then just again back to special events. For the last several years, we've been hosting the weekly Innovation Fridays at Umpqua Bank at the community room from 12 to 1. And it's an open door policy. If you have an idea, it might be a harebrained idea, but come on in, bring it in, and we've got other professionals that volunteer their time. And so that's part of the Innovation Center. But here's the thing is Chamber of Commerce does really great at helping to support existing businesses. The last thing you want to do is join the chamber knowing that they're going to go out and recruit your competitor, right? So that's why we've kind of bifurcated this, and we have the Innovation Center that helps as kind of the disruptor, if you will, or help people that want an entry door. And what we're finding is this: people come through the Innovation Center and then they become members of the chamber. And because of that, it's, the cities come along and do their support, but we don't have to be reliant on public funds. It's primarily it's private, and it's what the chamber can raise. And so I think once you see this website, you're going to be in awe. I think once Department of Commerce sees this site, because they have choosewashingtonstate.com or .org, which is nice, but This one is going to be fabulous.
We're already getting kudos from the Department of Commerce because they've already been looking at it. So we've
Yes,
had
yeah.
them go along the whole way with us. And Chris Levins is very excited about seeing all of this. So
Well, good.
And
Well,
so
they have so many cuts too, so they'd be
Yes.
happy to point to somebody else. You're doing a
absolutely,
good job.
absolutely. And
Um,
I just so you know, we also, the chamber was the business connector, as
Yeah.
Christina knows.
Yeah.
So we actually helped 500 businesses that were non-chamber members for the past 2.5 years. And it was, we were able to get some of those through the Innovation Center. And I just want to stress to you why the Innovation Center is so important here in the Valley. It's not like this in other communities. We have so many people here, residents, that are from Microsoft, from Google, from Facebook, and all of them hate, well, not all of them, I should not say that. Majority of them do not want to stay in the corporate world and they want to create their own wealth. So they've been saving money like crazy and they come to us and say, I want to start a business. I don't know what it is yet. Let's go through it. So we've been doing that with a lot of them. We've been able to there's probably 5 of them that have really succeeded in that. We have a lot of different testimonials from people coming through there, but we had to change it up just a tad bit. Again, we didn't do marketing, so as it was a word of mouth thing for a while, just because we didn't have funding. So this is our big year that we're going to go and get a lot of funding on this because we do have a 501c3. So that's been a big, big, big push. But the ability to help people and show them the correct way to start a business sets them to be on top of everything in the beginning. Because without that, the majority of the people make huge mistakes of one, not having enough income. It takes about 6 months of income for them to keep something going. We try to say a year, but 6 months is kind of what you need to really start the business and be on right. Because you never know, as we know, when we saw COVID, that killed a lot of businesses and still is killing a lot of businesses because they never recovered from it. But that has been a big portion of this. And anything else you want to?
Yeah, I just want to emphasize again, this is a project that started in the Economic Development Commission. It was Luke Maruziak that brought the idea forward and I stole it. But
And
I
I
mean,
helped.
the thing is you are the nucleus of the community, of the business community, of the economic development. You're the ones that help spark the fire,
Mhm.
and it takes time, but you can see where we're at today. And a huge kudos to Kelly for just being single-minded. We're going to go out, we're going to get these grants. She got it. It was like $18,000,
25,000.
$25,000 grant to do this. And it's amazing. I got quotes on just doing the job board and it was 200,000. So for doing it, it's like, no, we can't do
Matters
that.
who you know.
But and the other thing is when you see the guides that the chamber puts out, it's the same folks on Merit doing the website, and they do. Gary Thompson does amazing things for very little money.
Yeah, and just another quick thing, number 2, that I wanted to tell you is that we are changing up the Innovation Fridays just a tad bit. We're going to be doing modulars and for 6 weeks, then we'll take a break and then we'll do 6 weeks again. And then on top of that, and that's just the basics. And then we have an advanced modules that we'll be doing, and that will be at a higher end rate. So things are going to change just a tad bit. We'll still do something like Innovation Friday, but maybe not so often. But we have like a walk-in. We have some amazing mentors in this community that have helped a lot of people. And Rob's done a really good job making sure that we keep those mentors. And so being able to have a mentor with some of these businesses has been ideal. And we're going to push that a lot more to let people have that part.
Do you leverage the SCORE advisors at all?
Yeah. So the reason
Yeah.
we should kind of tell you this. The reason why we are stuck doing all of this is because SCORE doesn't like to come out to the Valley. Neither does
We just need
SBA.
to recruit one that lives here.
Well, we had to pay $150,000, but yes,
Oh, believe me, I know.
because I think that's what you did, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have the funds.
Yeah.
Our cities don't have the funds to be able to do that, and so we realized that we had to create our own score. We had to create our own Seattle partnership. And this is how we're doing it.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So one thing, because we have a small business advisor that we use over
Mhm.
in East King County, and you've met him, Sean.
Sean. Mhm.
There's a lot of like tire kickers. People are like, I want to start a business, and they get to that level. And I'll just share what our challenges and what we're trying to overcome right now is like, how do we get the folks who want to start a business? And then you're like, here's what you actually have to do. You need to create a business plan. You need to take your financials. And that's like, it's work, and like, how do we get them over that hump? And so we're exploring that now, and I will share whatever we come up
Yeah.
with and those results too. So, because if it can be duplicated up here, that's
Yeah, and we're creating a resource book,
Yeah.
and we follow along. So Oregon has this amazing resource book that has all of the information on it. So we're kind of copying Oregon with using Washington information.
yeah.
And it's helping a lot. And a lot of our business owners that have gone through here have all said that the workbooks have helped tremendously.
Awesome.
So we do have workbooks that we give out, and Scores is the workbook that we use for that one to help with those.
Okay. And I also heard just yesterday, and I haven't seen it, but the Seattle Chamber, I think under their ADO umbrella, is creating some kind of startup portal for resources and things like
Yes.
that. So if that's,
That's directly out of our Business Connector program that we did.
Yeah.
And Vaughn Taylor is the one that is, and Shoshana Evans are the ones that are pushing that. And it was directly from all of our connectors saying, hey, there's no resources for
Yeah,
anyone to
yeah.
send. So yeah, it's.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're also doing through Vaughn and through the Seattle Chamber, we're also getting ready for the World Cup as well. So that's part of us. It's part of our thing.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great work, Kelly, as always.
Yeah.
And that's it for my liaison.
And wait, you got to tell them about the Valley Innovation Project really quick.
Oh, I forgot.
I know.
Okay, last year we hosted the very first Valley Innovation Project out at Remlinger Farms. We had 4 different business projects that for high school students to tackle. We had a pilot team of 14 kids, 4 different teams, and they came on day 1 and met their teammates for the first time, got paired up, and then they spent the next 7 days putting a presentation together and gave that presentation the week later. We needed, for each team, they had 2 business advisors that were with them the entire time. And some phenomenal outcomes from it. So we are working on November 7th and November 14th to bring back Valley Innovation Project. So we are recruiting businesses this time. We're looking for 4 Valley businesses that we can highlight and bring their challenge to the kids and have some young minds wrapped around it. The outcomes from the last one were phenomenal. It's great resume builder for kids, whether they're going on for business school or engineering or any of the other disciplines. It was fully funded. The kids didn't have to pay a dime. And they also got scholarships for everyone participating to my alma mater, PLU, Pacific Lutheran University.
That's mine as well.
That's
How much was
right.
it? How much did each one
And
get?
so it was $4,000. And if they visit, they get another 4,000 on top of it. So we're looking at doing something similar this time as kind of the incentive for being involved. But it was an amazing event, and we're bringing it back with some new partners in addition to Remlinger Farms. So if you're interested in getting involved, talk to Kelly about that.
Yeah, and we're kind of doing Shark Tank meets Apprentice is kind of how we look at this. But the interesting thing, we have other partners as well. We're working with Empower Youth as well on this, with the Chamber and with the Innovation Center. And one of the things that is really key to know is the kids absolutely have come back and said that it made a difference in their lives. I actually did a General Motors internship when I was at that age, and I know it made who I am today. So I think being able to get into those kids, and that's the one thing, we're kid friendly here, so we want to make sure that we give back.
What was an example of one of the challenges a business brought for the kids to work on?
Hydro.
Hydro,
Phonics?
hydroponics,
Phonics?
Phonics.
that's it. The other one was sustainability and how can we integrate like schools into sustainability at the farm. Third one was what do we do in our off season to generate revenue. And the fourth one was around Remlinger pies.
Hmm.
And and there's an idea out there that will probably be implemented, but I can't give it away because it's a trade secret.
Got it. Those are
Yeah,
great. Thank
yeah.
you.
And we are holding it at Remlinger Farms again this year. It just happened to be that they don't operate during that time. So
Mhm.
it works great for us to have empty rooms.
That's awesome.
All right.
We've
any
got lots of other
questions?
things too, but that's just to share with you guys what's happening. And we will give a report on, once we get started on some of this stuff, we will also send a report so you guys can see what's happening.
Awesome. Any other questions, Joelle or Nick?
Awesome.
'Cause I can't
Not for
see.
me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Andrew.
Not there. Thanks, guys.
Hey, bye, Kelly.
Chair, there was something I forgot to report on that was something that you had asked
Oh.
us to report on. And that is the traffic essentially to our website
Oh, yeah,
and what we're getting. So the number one page is the main page. So I'm going to kind of toss that out because they have to get to that page before they can go to all the other pages. But the top page from June, this is June 1st through July 14th, was Splash Pad. This is great. Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks throughout the year is always probably number 2 or number 3. It doesn't, and with summer being a travel time, I'm not surprised that that's, still, but that tracks. Snoqualmie Falls, Big Truck Day, and Red, White, and Boom. And then the other things were calendar, which we do put a lot of events on, parks, jobs, events, and Visit Snoqualmie. But those were the top visited pages.
Oh, very good. And what was the traffic numbers like? Did you have them?
Like 80,000 views as a
Yeah.
whole for some of these. Splash Pad was 7,000 views, Twin Peaks 3,200 views, the Falls 3,000 views.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good intel. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hi.
Yeah,
So monthly, the department heads put together reports and that information is in that report that's delivered to council every month. So if you go back through the agendas, you can see that for the past 2 years.
Oh, very good. It's interesting to see kind of what people not from here think of, well, why they're looking, like you said, Twin Peaks. And
Mhm.
I'm assuming the Big Truck Day was probably locals, but pretty cool.
Well,
You'd be
Big-
surprised the
Big
result.
Truck Day, we had 800 people that attended the event. Nicole was there. We had goodie bags and we checked in with at least 300 people that got a goodie bag. And every city on the east side was represented, every city on Highway 18. This is tracking. I've been doing this for years
Yeah.
as far as where they're coming from.
Yeah.
As far north this year, at least that we talked to, Shoreline,
Oh, nice.
as far south as Tacoma. So they come from all over, and talking with different people, like, how did you find us? How did you hear about us?
Yeah.
A lot of it was Facebook, a lot of Seattle Child's ads. I put a lot of money into Seattle Child's
Okay.
ads. So the work that we're doing and the marketing we're doing is working. It's very popular. The lines are long to the point I'm going to probably have to put some signage up that says that you need to like limit your visit because
Yeah.
the staff were telling me a lot of kids were sitting for a really long time having their fun with the steering wheel, but then we have this long line of kids. So we've created a really good monster event.
Yes, you have.
What was that?
Or trucks.
More trucks. Yeah, more trucks. It's hard. I had a couple people that normally participate, like Dirtfish usually comes. They lost the person that usually comes. They couldn't come. So just different things. So yeah, more trucks, but
I
it's
love it.
popular.
And
Who knew?
hopefully some of those people go visit our restaurants.
Yeah, I talked with some of the businesses and they did have an uptick that day. So that is the goal, like come here and then, stay here. So, but that is the goal and I think it's having a little bit of an impact.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. All right, I think we're on to new business
Okay, that sounds like me.
and code discussion.
Okay, thank you. So I put copies of the sign code in your packet. We talked a little bit at the last meeting about the sandwich boards and what was allowed. And as I went through the sign code, I realized that we have some conflicting information. I think I'm realizing that we have some code work that we need to do, and it would be probably good to have all of our signage in one section of the code, and we could put a historic district signage in the sign code. So we've got some work to do, and I'll keep working on that, but I at least wanted to provide you with information about what was allowed for signage. And interestingly enough, no sandwich boards are allowed on railroad.
Whoa.
I think we might have a few out there, but it was interesting to see that we do have a little bit of conflicting verbiage in our code. Some things say it's allowed and some things say it's not.
Are
So,
there any opportunities with that current conflicting code to add signage for small businesses?
well, I definitely think that all the small businesses can have one sandwich board. That was pretty clear in there.
Okay.
Um,
One.
so we can get a.
Can it
we-
be anywhere?
Well, there's, I think it discusses where it can be and how large it can be, and it can't, of course, it can't block traffic, and it has to, there's,
Yeah.
there's certain parameters around it. Um, but I think, we'd be happy to work with all the businesses to make sure that they are feeling like they're being seen,
Yep.
so.
Kind of having just a kind of a 101, breaking this code down instead of having a
Yes,
business read all this thing like.
So
here's
my
what you can do.
goal is to get like checklists and
Perfect.
informational handouts available on our website that we can refer people to. It's a work in progress. We have a brand new associate planner that just started last week. He's actually online. His name is Christopher. And he's kind of working in that realm and also trying to figure out contact information for all of our small businesses and what our vacancy rates are at the moment. And so he's trying to do all the things. So we will start doing code updates, and we'll get our checklists and informational handouts and our website all updated.
Mhm.
That's my goal, to get that all done this year. So
Excellent.
the code amendments will take longer,
Yeah,
but just
understood.
because that's a process, but
Very good. All
yeah.
right. And I
So-
think we've talked in past meetings about some of the issues that our businesses have had with signage, I believe. And all right, and I assume that discussion is going to take place as you're looking to.
Yes,
Sure.
we will continue the discussions. And then I know the other element of the sign code was we were wondering where we were with WashDOT and having,
Yeah.
new signage put out on I-90. And I know that Mike's been working diligently to deal with some of the people that handle that, and I don't know how far we've gotten.
As of May 27th, I found somebody
Yeah.
who said that they were the right person who has sent it into design. So I'll give them 90 days and then I'll ping them again.
Awesome. Thank you.
One of the things that I suggested we do is not permitted. But the other one looks like it'll work, so.
You suggested not to permit it?
Not gonna be able to be permitted.
Oh, a freeway sign will not be able to be
Correct.
permitted?
A freeway sign will, one of the ones I suggested would not.
Oh, got it, got it. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry. I think I need another cup of coffee. So now I understand. what you're saying. Okay. All right. Is there any comments or discussions from the commissioners?
My question, I guess, what are you trying to get approved? Just so I kind of know what you guys are.
So there was much discussion, sorry, I got too many windows open.
Was it adding a falls sign for exit 27?
Yeah.
And
so
just saying
there's
there's restaurant and retail.
much discussion about adding Falls and Historic District to exit 27. So I was suggesting that we add Historic District to the sign just past the Parkway
Okay.
as you're approaching 27. That's the one that's not gonna be permitted because they only put city names on overhead signs. But we could the one at the exit where it says Snoqualmie Indian Reservation only right now, they said that they could add either the falls or the historic district to that sign. So they're trying to figure out.
I think we were talking about at this meeting that there needed to be some kind of signage that said that there was restaurant and retail, so people knew they could get off on that exit and find food. Because there's nothing indicating that you can do that.
So that's a different program.
Yeah, well, so that's what the original request was.
No, the
Part of
original request was to get historic district put back on the
Okay,
27
it's
sign.
not what I recall. But anyways, can we add that to the list?
It's a different program. Those are the blue signs.
Yes.
And those blue signs are purchased by individual companies, and there's a whole program through WashDOT to do that.
Yeah, we've looked into that one.
And there's an annual fee of like $400, I think.
Okay, so it's a cost to the individual businesses, and
Correct.
it's not something, I don't know, the chamber or the innovation center could do on behalf of the business community.
And
Potentially.
it's not, the cost isn't the prohibitive part, it's just they are very specific on how many hours you have to be open and all that stuff, which we don't quite meet.
Oh, got it.
Serve 2 meals, don't you think?
Yeah, it has to be like, so in other words, we have to adjust our hours, which in the summertime, we're pretty close to it, but it's like, we don't open for lunch on Tuesdays and Wednesdays kind of a thing, so. Amanda's been looking at trying to do that, or figure it out, but, we just had other priorities in front of that, so, but yeah, there's a whole program to it.
So
Do we,
this-
is there one of those blue signs already as you're approaching 27?
There used to be.
No, I think the only blue signs are approaching
25.
Parkway.
Okay. It could be worth just throwing out maybe through the chamber or somewhere else to the businesses as an option. And if they could get enough, maybe they would put one up.
Yeah.
If they got enough interest.
Because I think that was driving that conversation. It's like, how do we get all those people going on I-90 off the freeway to visit our businesses?
That would partner really well with what you're already doing for the historic district and whatnot for the falls. But I understand that would not be on the city. That would just be for the
And
businesses.
it's because
too.
of the requirements involved, the
Mhm.
individual
Yeah.
businesses have to pick
Mhm.
that up.
What are the different, there's brown, blue, what are the differences?
Brown is recreation,
Recreation.
blue is tourist.
And the Snow King was not considered recreation from what I understood when they inquired.
No. But recreation would be like state parks, national
Mm.
parks, city
Okay.
parks,
Okay,
some sort of municipal type.
okay. Okay, I think that's might be an idea maybe to bring to Kelly,
Mhm.
because I think that was the main concern from this commission a year ago, was like, how do we, drive more traffic to our businesses? Cool, thank you.
I had one thing that Nicole and I've been kind of noodling around as we're doing a lot of special events this summer. Like, how do we get our businesses to capitalize on those special events?
I will tell you what I think needs to be done, but I welcome the thoughts of our other commissioners. You need to let them know in advance what those events are. If there is like a theme to it, they could potentially do meals or drinks or something that associate with those events. And so that they can promote it properly too. If you're coming out to this event, come stop by my place and here's what we're doing.
Like
But I
maybe a
think
social
awareness-
media guide with like hashtags that they could use or to tag the city.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just noticed when we had the Music in the Park event last week, it felt like a great opportunity to have, there was lots of outdoor seating up Center Boulevard. People could sit outside and hear the music, or get done with the music and go get go get dinner,
Mhm.
or go get dinner before the music, or grab something and take it to the music.
Is
or-
that something the city would, you're the one that promotes it and you manage these programs, right?
That's
The music
Nicole
thing? I mean,
does that, yeah.
And this is where there's that line of being a city and businesses, but could it be like, here are the restaurants that you can, here's their order online? Like, I don't know if you do food to go or something like.
We were curious too. I don't know if we're allowed to hand out flyers or signage. I don't know what the regulations are, so we just haven't done anything because I don't want to have like a bunch of flyers handed out and getting thrown around. Now there's trash with saints and scholars all over the park,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
and we have to manage like who cleans it up and all that. So We haven't done anything on that, but I think, you know, we obviously have thought about what that opportunity could be and if it's something we could leverage, whether it's signage or flyers, or we're actually getting a slushy, like frosty kind of machine that we'll have a cooler where one of our staff can go around and go to the splash pad and
Oh,
sell
good.
drinks and stuff like that. So we're trying to capitalize on the traffic of the splash pad and
Awesome.
potentially like concert stuff like that.
Smart. So
But I'm not sure.
information is key, early
Unalcoholic
information.
drinks.
We, the splash pad, while we knew it was coming, there's been a lot of things that have come up with it that we're trying to play a little bit of a catch up with. There is currently as a park rule that there's no concessions in parks, but we're aware of the demand and we're aware of the demand. We're seeing and we're hearing different things. Some organic groups are coming and providing concessions. But so our goal in the off season is to come up with some sort of we call it in the park business, a concessions plan, so that we can allow for that because we see that there is a need. But how do we do that? How do we have that done legally and fairly and equitably? So, but we're just, right now, the Parks Department is just trying to keep that thing running and litter picked up and kids safe and all the water. So we're gonna be dealing with that in the off season. But I want the businesses to be able to partake in that and find a way to leverage that. It's just, how do we do that?
Yeah.
But not to give you the impression that there's a problem with the equipment. The equipment's all fine. Everything runs fine.
Equipment's fine.
It's just a matter of the bather load, and every commercial pool filter system has its own personality, and it takes a little while to get to know it.
Yeah.
So
But to
good.
Commissioner Webb's point, if we could come up with a mechanism that during special events, he could put something on his website that they would have a special cart at the music, for example, or at the movies, and then, people could come by before, after for dinner, or, just ways that we can all help each other, and our businesses can say they're, open to participating in the city's special events and the city, like we can kind of share that advertising and get the word out. I just think we're kind of losing
The opportunity.
that ability to capitalize on that. And I've been trying to figure out how to get our businesses to do that. So to your point, and I'm sure you already do this, Nicole, because you're really good at this, but letting the businesses know, maybe just reaching out that week ahead of the event to just remind them. And then maybe they could get something on their websites with some kind of promotion or special that they're doing in conjunction with the city's event. I think that would be really good to try to work together to make that happen.
I loved before Big Truck Day how you sent out like the email with all the info and then the image for social media. And then we were able to post that on our socials and tell people that we would be there and to stop by and say hi. That was really helpful.
And that's what I do with partners for events.
Yeah.
So yeah, the movies and music, there's not necessarily partners per se.
Right.
But always happy to, if a business wants to do something. I mean, I was on center last Thursday and I saw people in your outside seating. It was great. And I ended up seeing some of the same faces that got food there, and then they ended up at the concert. So I'm open to it and I'm happy to share if I try to put the information out there. I guess it's just maybe making sure how we're all getting it together and talking. But yeah, if you have if a business is like, hey, promote me for dinner, happy to do it. So there's probably some work can still be done, but it is a partnership. Like I can put it out there, but then I also need businesses to be their own marketers, and how can I support, but the city isn't the marketing firm for individual businesses.
Well, I think using that, what you were talking about as a model is a great idea. Like, here's the event we're doing, here's the social media. If you guys want to do it, you can promote our event and promote your project, but it's something that's like a little bundled package that doesn't take as much time for them, but then could also absolutely help spread your marketing further and theirs
Yeah.
too. And then
Oh,
they
yeah.
feel they're part of it too. And maybe that's something that's an easier lift.
Yeah,
'Cause you
maybe
like,
just,
we have the material.
just an example post and a square image could maybe go a long way.
Yeah.
Makes it super easy.
Yeah.
On top of all the other million things that you are doing, yeah.
All right, any other comments on signs? All right. Upcoming schedule?
We have a joint meeting scheduled with North Bend's Economic Development Commission. We're excited about. We decided we would kind of meet in the middle on that, and so Nicole was able to secure the Meadowbrook Interpretive Center as our meeting location, and the North Bend crew was willing to come accommodate our schedule, so they'll be there from 8 to 10. We've reserved that room. Nicole and I said we would bring a few treats from our local businesses, and North Bend's, I think, planning to bring a few treats from their local businesses. And
Bring Guinness. Guinness is
oh yeah, Guinness for breakfast. Perfect. Yes.
never a bad idea.
So anyway, so it should be a great meeting. I know North Bend's really excited about it as well, and they've also been talking about trying to get this on the books. So September 17th will be our next meeting because we don't have a meeting in August.
Okay.
So,
Fun.
yeah.
I'm out of town.
All
You've
right.
got time to change that.
Any
I
questions,
just went that
comments? I
day,
don't,
that's a
are they
week.
still online? They
No.
are, right? I just don't see the Zooms. Let me
Yes.
know if they have their hand up or anything.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm watching
Oh,
that.
perfect, thank you. All right, so moving on to the next item on the agenda, items of commissioner interest. All right. All right, I guess there's nothing as of today. It's that summer vibe we've got going on.
Yeah.
So I guess we move to adjourn, so meeting adjourned.